How much do you really need to spend on your marketing software in order to make hundreds of thousands to even millions as a coach or service provider? I've seen the role that marketing softwares play in my businesses and my clients' businesses over the last 9 years. And it doesn't matter the goal or the size of the business. If there's any type of overwhelm to do with the marketing software, then I bet it's always holding back potential revenue. So what happens here is the overwhelm could look like overwhelm in the sense of open loops of, oh, maybe we should use that software, or this is now marketing too. This software looks amazing. And there's always going to be amazing new softwares, some that definitely will be applicable and you will want to add in. But that open loop of constantly thinking what you're using isn't working or good enough and you need to change to a different marketing software or add one in, that overwhelm is one thing. Then you got the overwhelm of if tech is just not really your best friend. Maybe you're a solopreneur, you're having to do it yourself, and tech just doesn't come easy for you. And then there's also this overwhelm that happens when you may know what you're doing, but it feels messy. Hi, I'm Renee, and in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I went from spending $9,478 AUD a year on my marketing software, and now it's just down to $861.82 right now. Even though that's great to be able to reduce profit margins because you're not paying as much for the marketing tech, it's less about that saving and it's more about the simplicity that running this type of marketing software brings me. And then if I want to add new software in when there are awesome things that can help grow the business, I have a better filter to go from. I have a whole video breaking down the filter system I use to know when and what software to add in. That's in the description below if you want to watch that video after this one. But by keeping your software stack simple, it just cleans up how you think about your business. So example from just yesterday, we launched a yearly offer that goes live in one of our businesses. And because the funnel is so simple and streamlined, I was able to, this year, I saw an opportunity to position the messaging of the offer of the upgrade in a bit of a different way. So I didn't change the offer at all. Nothing changed except the messaging on the sales page for the option to upgrade. I made that one little switch and then we got these 2 sales through in that evening. I only was able to see that shift in the messaging and the option to upgrade because I wasn't overwhelmed by the software or other things on the sales page. And I could just see the opportunity that existed in this instance. But so often our brains can tell us, oh, we need to update the whole sales page or the whole software we're using. It must be something else. But then it's just asking yourself, how much money is your marketing software tech stack directly making you? Because in all honesty, the thing that is helping you is not the software in itself. The software's job is to automate the parts that can be automated to communicate to your potential customers and clients so that you can do what you're good at, your genius zone, which is the most important thing. Our brain can try and tell us that we need all the bells and whistles. We need to scratch that whole page. We need to rewrite the whole copy. We need to do a whole new video. We need to change the software. But really, it comes down to the market. Who are you talking to? The offer. How can you solve their problem and help them get what they want? And the messaging, what you're saying to them, how you're communicating to them. And by me just making that tweak to how I'm communicating the offer to them, 2 people upgraded. Because see, the whole goal of the software is that it automates the parts that can be automated so that you can do the parts that you're good at, your genius zone, which is how you help your client. So if you're feeling any resistance to being able to log into your software in the back end and make any adjustments to your website, sales pages, funnels, any of that stuff, or you're also feeling any resistance to all the other marketing types of software, which is how you edit your videos, how you make pictures, how you post and publish to whatever preferred social media platforms. If there's resistance there, we need to clean up that overwhelm. And sometimes that is by looking at your thoughts towards your marketing software and your marketing, and then sometimes actual action needs to be taken and you could actually clean up the software you're using. So I hope by me now sharing with you what I used to use in my software and what I have been using for the past few years, this will give you an idea of what changes I made and why. And I want to let you know that when I work with clients, there's so many different softwares, and they all will, well, nowadays they're all really good, that they're going to achieve the same outcome depending on the user. And also when you log in, and I've logged into so many different marketing software platforms now, once you figure out okay, this platform puts this button over here, like Kajabi versus ClickFunnels versus Sasim versus Kartra, there's, then your ActiveCampaign, you have all these different builders from websites to funnels to emails, etc. They all do the same. It's just the buttons are in a different spot. And once you figure out that changing of interface, you realize that, okay, yeah, there's some features others have that others don't, and it always comes back to what your business needs, which is, I talk about that filtering process in the other video in this playlist. Link is in the description for you. But what I want to do here is for you to see that it's looking at all your expenses for marketing software right now and asking yourself, what role does that play, and seeing how I was able to clean up my tech stack. And yeah, you might get some inspiration of how you can clean up your tech stack so that you can remove any overwhelm. Or it might be as simple as hearing how I talk about my tech stack now and hearing the thoughts I have about it is what removes the overwhelm. So then if I have an idea, for example, to change that bit of messaging, I can just go on and make that change with a real clean energy and not feel overwhelmed by, I don't even want to look at that page because I need to change everything, when you don't actually need to change everything, and to remember the results that page is bringing, or you don't have enough data yet to even say that if that page is working right now or not. Well, that's a conversation for another day. But anyways, into what I used to use with my tech stack to what I'm using now. I'll put the list up on the screen here. So I used to use ClickFunnels and then SendGrid, needed to use that to send the emails with using ClickFunnels. I used Vimeo to host all of the videos. I'll fly through these ones. I'll spend more time talking about what I now use. Then I used Calendly to scheduling calls, Planoly for posting. I had my emails in Outlook, of course, ChatGPT, Zoom for all the calls, client calls, etc., Canva, CapCut. So that's how the total got to $9,478.67 Australian every single year. Now, this is what I'm excited to tell you, what I now use. So I was able to replace Outlook, Zoom, ChatGPT, and Microsoft Word even with Google Suite. So that gives me my business email. It gives me Gemini, so that's why I don't need to use ChatGPT anymore. I still use ChatGPT, the free version, but Gemini is so amazing because it's inside of all your Word documents and all of your stuff there. I use Google Meet instead of Zoom. Also, I love Google Meet. It's like amazing how it saves it into the folder you want it to be saved into with all your meeting notes, the recordings. It's so streamlined, it's amazing. And there's even Google Meet for your appointment booking, hence you don't even need Calendly anymore. And I love how then your calendar is all set up and it's way more streamlined. I can't stress that enough. Streamlined removes the overwhelm. And that is $25.96 per month, estimately, depending on conversion rate, because it's $16.80 per month if you're in the US. So yearly, that's $311.52. Then I switched from ClickFunnels, and I think in between learning about a program platform called Sasim, I also used Kartra for my business, and for our other business, I use something called LearnWorlds. There's so many different all-in-one platform builders. But that all-in-one platform builder, if you can find, there's so many to choose from, which is awesome because you can find the one that best suits you. Saseem is that for me, and I'll do a separate video all about Saseem and why I chose that for me in more detail with all the features. But in a nutshell, it does everything I need for my business model, and I like how I can make it look for my customers and clients' experience. So it replaces like any landing page builders, any email software, webinar software, even even the well, I can't even remember what it's called now, Vimeo. It hosts videos, so I don't even need to use that. Like, it replaces so much for me. And I don't know how, but the pricing of Saseem is so good. An actual client got me onto Saseem, and I've just never changed since I switched everything over. They also will migrate everything you do for free over. So I just can't rave about it enough from that perspective. There's a few key ones I recommend, and Saseem is definitely absolutely one of the main ones. So that is a total of $262.30 AUD a year, because I pay for the yearly version. How does that become so cheap? Wow. Well, it's $26.20 a month. And then, yeah, that's crazy. Even I'm shocked as I'm reading this. Yeah. Oh, wow. So then, and obviously it just depends on what level of Saseem you need. So for my business, I don't need as big, but then for our other business, we have one of the higher packages of Saseem, but still it is like, compared to other all-in-one builders, it is so cheap. And there's even like a free version. Anyways, I think I like Saseem, if you can't tell. Then next, I love using Descript. That's been like a newer addition. It's probably coming up. Oh no, it's probably been over a year now using Descript, but it is perfect. For editing videos, I just way prefer it with the text, so then you don't have to re-listen to the whole video all the time. I find it so quick. And then also you get the prompts from the AI inside of Descript that can give you prompts for short versions of videos and just blogs. You do so much with it. I use all those features for our other business, and I might start using them for this business here. And yeah, then at the moment I'm using ClickUp, that's free, to help organize all of my to-dos for marketing in the back end. I use InShot, and that's free. Social media is obviously free, and I schedule just using like the scheduling inside of the social media. I don't use a third party to schedule into social media at the moment. I find it way easier just to schedule straight inside the apps themselves. And yeah, Stripe is the payment processor that I use majority of the time. So that is where the total of $861.82 per year for my marketing software tech stack comes in. And then, as I said, of course, there's always new exciting marketing tech that I try, and like if it's applicable, I'll add it in. But the most important thing is that all-in-one builder streamlines everything. I've seen companies that were built a while ago and they're on WordPress, for example, and there's a time and a place where it makes sense for you to use WordPress, for sure. But nowadays, like, if you can be an all-in-one builder that is a lot more friendly as an interface, where you don't need massive tech skills whatsoever, it's very self-explanatory, you can figure it out, then it does mean that you can just own your marketing way more. If you want to make a little change, you can. And whenever you can remove any bit of overwhelm, that will help, because as you make more money in your business, it's easy for you to tap on new marketing softwares, because you're always being marketed them. They're really good at marketing them too, majority of the time, and it makes you feel like that's the new opportunity. But always bring it back to remember that what I call unlaunching is the secret to making your business work, not the software. It is who you're talking to, how you're talking to them, what you're selling them, and then the fact that you're always getting traffic lead sales. That's what makes your business pick up, have momentum. So I hope this video has helped you see that you don't need complicated tech stack. You don't, just like I say, you don't need complicated funnels in order to blow your own mind and make more money in your business and help more people and have more impact. And if you're feeling less overwhelmed about the software you use in order to be able to reach your ideal clients and customers, then it's going to mean that it is way easier for you to operate your business and enjoy it. So when you go through and you look at your expenses for your marketing tech stack and you find out, using my filter in the other video, if you find out like, okay, what do I want to keep? What do I need to add in? And you make those decisions, you can then walk away feeling really empowered by the marketing software you choose to use that helps you market your business. If you want any support with this, or if you would like me to have a look at one of your sales pages, I'm currently offering a free mini sales page audit. All you need to do is message me sales page audit on Instagram. That would be the easiest place if you're on Instagram. So then I like to just do a few voice messages back and forth about the sales page so I can understand your goal, like what you're trying to create and achieve with it. And then I can go on, look at your sales page and send you a little video reply personalized to you of anything I see or any recommendations. And yeah, it's just something that my coach suggested for me to offer, and I love talking about it, so why not? So yeah, if you would like that, just go to my Instagram, let's connect there. And I hope this video alone has helped you realize to remove any overwhelm feelings or make a few changes if you need to be able to help remove any overwhelm you feel for your marketing software, because your software is meant to make your life easier, not make you feel overwhelmed.